Well, you can feel the happiness in the room. As Jay Peckham's happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that right now.
I have a couple of friends in my section right now that are Sioux fans.
You have friends?
They don't. Yeah, it's been known to happen. It's been known to happen. And,
Sioux fans, yeah.
And they only come during Sioux games.
Right.
And they love rubbing it in when the Sioux are winning.
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
So, I was pretty happy, but I didn't rub it in when we got our first goal. And then they tied it up, of course, they're looking at me like, and I'm like, what? What did I ever do to you?
Right.
Anyway.
Well, it's always exciting when your team gets a goal and then they take the lead. But that's even more excitement right now, I think, because of where the Sting have been sitting typically. And, they have pushed through. And I went upstairs for that period and talking to a couple of guys who keep all the stats there. And, we get talking about you and I talked about it, I said, really love that Easton Wallows. And you talked about, here's an opportunity for him to fill a gap. He was already a part of what was going on before today, but now today, and there he does, he shows up.
100%.
And, and again, we get the goal, and then Sue does say, yep, we're still here too.
Yep.
But now, we were set 4-3, right?
Well, it was tied at 2-2 for quite some time, and then, all of a sudden the Sting just, took advantage of a couple of opportunities, and it was beautiful. I think one of the things I like about what I just saw in that period is something I call persistence hockey.
Oh, yeah.
I love persistence players.
Yep.
And you know what? I got to give my shout out today so far, honestly, to Diorio, because, oh my goodness, today was a big Diorio persistence day.
Yeah.
That, I think it was whichever goal, I think it was the Easton Wallows goal. But, that started because Oreo was being attacked by two Sioux guys, and he just stayed with the puck.
Yeah.
Right? He stayed on the puck. He stayed going. He knew where that puck was the whole time, and it was, a little scramble kind of thing, but he ended up taking it out of that scrum and was able to set up Wallows, and away we went.
Well, and the thing about Diorio,
you know what I mean? Persistence hockey is going to pay off every frickin' time.
100%. I mean, the thing about Diorio is, while he's not the top goal scorer for this team, he does know how to deliver the puck.
Sure he does.
And he delivers it very, very well.
Yeah.
And going back to Easton Wallows there's a young fella we were talking upstairs about. You talk about persistency.
Yes.
He's a guy who plays through the puck. He plays past the whistle.
Yep.
He takes it, and he brings, when he's out there, every moment he's out there, he pushes.
Yep.
You never see him take the gas pedal off out there.
100%.
And that shows up in his scoring ability and what's been able to happen.
Every time we talk about that, I remember there was a Sting player at one time, a guy named Merrick Indra.
Okay.
And Merrick Indra was an unusual hockey player, but it was always exciting to watch Merrick when he literally would stand straight up, spring over the boards.
Oh, I think you told me that before.
Land on the ice and then just go a million miles an hour towards the puck. Well, and it was so much fun watching him. And, unfortunately, he passed in an unfortunate accident, but he was so exciting to watch. He was only around for maybe a year.
Yeah.
He didn't have a whole lot of game other than that, unfortunately, but he was one of the most exciting, persistent players I have ever seen. Million miles a minute.
And that
Merrick.
sets the tone for the rest of the team,
sure
too, right?
does.
It's like, there's a guy, we got to keep up with him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right? And that's, I think, Wallows does that, too. Like, with the, maybe he's not flying over the boards, but when he goes out there, as soon as the skate touches.
Yeah. He's in the game.
He's in the game, right?
Yeah.
And we're seeing some of that gelling we keep talking about.
Yeah.
Jordan Back's in there. Happy to see him come off with a goal.
Well, and I love the fact, some of the things that have really been impressing me about Jordy Backs is that he really is that answer to Hunter hockey. He's that kind of pesky character, the guy with a little more stamina, and he can take it and he can dish it out, and he does, and being a persistent player as well. That often ends up with him getting the puck after a scrum, and I love that. I love the way he plays. I love the aggressiveness of which he plays, and I love that persistence more than anything.
Brenner Lammens is another one to talk about out there. He's an edgy guy. He plays on the edge, I think, is what I would say, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I've seen him out there. I think there's something coming from him in the third period. Him and Croskery from the Sioux have been at each other since the gate let them out.
Yes.
In this game, and sooner or later, I don't know. I'm looking, going, okay, now's not the time, guys. Mm-hmm. Now's where you really need to get those to that insurance position and hold on, because the Sioux is that team that says, you got one? Yep, we got one too. They're the team that's going to come back out of that. And in talking to a member of the other team earlier before the game, one of their things he said, he says, what we've been doing is when we like to be the last several games of the Sioux, they're down hard in the third, and they have been coming back every time against tougher teams than the Sarnia Sting. So it's in there somewhere. So the Sting have
could
to
get
be
a little
aware.
out of hand for sure.
I think so. So they got to be aware.
I want to go back a little bit to the Brenner Lamens. Because you know what, I like Brenner Lamens too. But he's still pretty much pretty young. And I think that he's still in a bit of a streaky phase. I see some good play out of him, some really impressive stuff that makes me think, hey, he could be a bit of he could be a good piece of this team for a couple of years.
There's still some molding.
But then there's a little bit of some slippage, and then it comes back. So I think once he kind of works that out, I think you're right. He's going to be an excellent part of this team.
I think the emotional side is tough, is what he's struggling with out there.
Fair enough.
Again, I go back to the Croskery and him. Like they're just, I'm sitting there watching it. And I'm like, just go get the puck, or go be where you're supposed to be right now.
I'm surprised there's not more emotional play out of a lot of these guys right now, because what do you expect out of a group of 16 to 21-year-old guys?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, but maybe that's where they're going. Okay, maybe that's where the focus has been. It's not just on the skill set. The skill set is out there. We've seen it. They're not connecting, but mental is a big part of this game.
It is a huge part for sure.
It's often 90% mindset and 10% skill set, really.
Fair enough.
And so who knows? Maybe that's I know for a fact that's been part of the training.
Yes.
Coaching, if you will.
Absolutely.
You look at, let's talk about Matthew Turcotte, and still a fairly new coach to this team. We've seen some changes out there, but we don't know him that well yet.
No, I don't think so. We haven't seen what he can do yet.
And there's definitely a different style going on out there.
Thought train derailed there, Dave?
But what's that?
Your thought train derailed.
Well,
there
I was trying to not just be nice.
And I messed it up.
I'm just trying to. You're messing it up now. No, we don't know him that well yet.
No,
there's some changes that have happened, but I guess what I was trying to say is there's still a lot of other changes that still need to come. But I don't think he's unaware of that.
No,
I think it's just steps.
Yeah, it'll be about timing. It'll be about a lot of things.
I think that's a key point.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got to get to know the guys before he can make the kind of decisions that he really needs to make in the team's best interest, right? Absolutely.
There's a lot of relationship building that goes on between a coach
for sure,
the players, but then there's a relationship that goes on.
Well, team sports is a whole different thing,
individuals,
a whole different animal,
right?
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
I think we're in for an exciting period. I don't think it's going to be an easy period.
I think so too.
It's not time to sleep. It's time to pick it up a little bit more, but play that second period again. We talked about earlier, like, why are second periods always I was talking upstairs to my friend too, and he's like, you know what, you're right. He goes, but look, like we watched and we're like, look at them really holding up their own here against the Sioux.
That was certainly one of the best second periods we've seen in a long time.
And they're bringing it to the Sioux. They're not stepping back and holding on.
Nope.
They don't seem afraid out there, which I think the Sting gets afraid a lot of times.
Yeah, no, that's probably fair. I mean, I don't know if it's exactly fear, nervousness, just not having in the mental mind space, whatever it is.
They know what they're up against.
But they are definitely holding their own and giving some back.
All right. Well, we'll find out, and hopefully we've got some positive stuff to talk about online, because this is going to be it here. There's no post game here tonight I keep saying tonight, this afternoon,
because they're on the ice.
They're on the ice with the kids, and I'm looking forward to. I might show some of that on Facebook, but
for sure,
we're looking for the positives. Don't forget, you can go online, get your trading cards. Go to sarniasting.com.
Yeah, I forgot to bring my spares today.
I've got mine in my wallet, so Jay Peckham doesn't steal my buzz and my honey, because I know he was eyeing it up. For sure. It's okay. I know where he lives.
Uh-huh.
All right. Joe's Discount Tire, thanks to them, and Hughes Intelligence, of course, for supporting us. And thanks